This is the Advent reflection for Thursday, the 23rd of December. And our reading today is taken from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 25. At that time, the kingdom of heaven will be like 10 virgins who took their lamps and went out to meet the bridegroom. 5 of them were foolish and 5 were wise. The foolish ones took their lamps, but did not take any oil with them. The wise ones, however, took oil in jars along with their lamps. The bridegroom was a long time in coming, and they all became drowsy and fell asleep. At midnight, the cry rang out, "Here's the bridegroom, come out to meet him." Then all the virgins woke up and trimmed their lamps. The foolish ones said to the wise, "Give us some of your oil, our lamps are going out." "No," they replied, "there may not be enough for both us and you. Instead, go to those who sell oil and buy some for yourselves." But while they were on their way to buy the oil, the bridegroom arrived. The virgins who were ready went in with him to the wedding banquet, and the door was shut. Later, the others also came. "Lord, Lord," they said, "open the door for us." But he replied, "Truly I tell you, I do not know you. Therefore, keep watch, because you do not know the day or the hour." Waiting is hard. It always has been, I think, but I think it's possibly harder now. With the rise of technology has come, I think, a decrease in patience. I certainly see that in my life. Mail, airmail, or even ordinary mail that used to take days, possibly weeks to arrive. Well, now you can send an email and it just takes a moment to communicate with people. Meals that may have taken hours can now take minutes in a microwave. Jesus tells us a story here, I take it, to help us to wait well for his return. We're to be a waiting people, but not a passive one. We're to work with Jesus now, cultivating his light in our lives, so we are ever spiritually alight and ready to greet him when he returns. The Christian life of faith must be one of both patient perseverance, but one too that is ever ready for Jesus's return by being shaped by it now, having the priorities and the practices set by that eager expectation of that return. So how do we cultivate such a dynamic in our lives of patient perseverance, but also eager expectation? Well, there are several passages in the New Testament that would say one of the ways we do that is by thinking like farmers. See, farmers know that the growth of the seed takes time and effort, and they trust the sun and the soil and the seed to work with them in the seed's growth, just as we trust God to grow the seed of his new life that he has planted in us as we partner with him in its growth. And farmers are strengthened in that work, and their life is shaped by the harvest they eagerly expect at harvest time. Like the wise virgins and like wise farmers, our life of faith needs to be equipped for patience, anticipating a long period of formation. To wait well for Jesus's return is to be actively working with him now, cultivating with him spiritual growth through the seasons of life, in anticipation that he will bring forth the harvest of full spiritual maturity in us when he returns. God give us the grace so to do.